Now it's November, December. Is it March or is it May? I'm a dancer for my dear. Yeah, I'm living this way. So light another smoke. Make a little sense of you. Oh, day can be so pretty. I know they're so blue. I know this yellow-haired woman from old Charleston.
Okay, I got Jacob Tinsley and Mariah Warren here with me, special guest from Friends from Lazy Circle group. I got Jacob wrote and sang this song, is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Can you tell me what some of the verses are? I couldn't hear them very well, and tell me the kind of the background of the song and what that's all about.
Yeah, that was kind of a raw live recording from a night at Legally Brewed a month or 2 months ago. I wrote that song after going on this about 2-week-long road trip last year. I went all the way out to the Redwoods in California, just me and my dog. We drove, we stopped in New Mexico a couple of times, we stopped in Arizona a couple of times. I stayed in California for about a week in the Redwoods. We went out to the Sequoias, and it was just a fantastic trip. But the whole time that I was on that trip, there was this lady back here in Norman that I just couldn't quit thinking about. So yeah, I'm sending her, just any excuse I can think of to send her a text or something. I'm like driving through the Mojave and I take a picture of my dashboard thermometer, and I don't know, there was a whole bunch of stuff. Pictures of my dog with the trees and the ocean. And I don't know if she even knew it yet. She was probably just wondering why in the world this guy's not leaving her alone. And really, when it comes down to it, that whole song's just about trying to run away from something and realizing that you're going the wrong direction.
Oh,
nice.
Okay. Yeah, in particular verse, Mariah was shaking her head earlier that there was a verse that was about her. Would you want to share that, Mariah?
Yeah, so he talks about the yellowed hair girl from Charleston. And so about all he knew about me at that point was that I was from Charleston. And
I knew what color your hair was.
And that I have blonde hair. And I don't think he knew at that time that the girl back here was texting him with anything, too.
That's adorable.
Awesome. Yeah. So,
yeah, I'm here, too, guys. He didn't say my name, but I didn't take it personal, so.
But anyway, what was that particular verse that you sang? Do you know or recall?
Yeah, so there at the end of that first verse just kind of talks about waking up not feeling so hot on a Saturday and just kind of having the blues. But there's this yellow-haired woman from Charleston, and I think I'll give her a call.
Okay, all right.
See if we can't turn stuff around.
Okay, and the rest is history then.
Yeah, and then that second verse of that song just kind of, and not a whole lot of words, just kind of sums up that trip out there and back, and what kind of clicked in my head during that time, and why I thought I was so excited to get out and see those redwood trees, but it turns out I was more excited to get back
and see the gal from Charleston.
See the gal from Charleston.
Oh, that's pretty cool. That's got to be cool.
Really that's long and short of what that song's about.
Well, I want to kind of back up a little bit. Karen and I have been going to Lazy Circle Brewery for a few years. Mm-hmm. We didn't know Jacob and or Mariah at the time.
That I think we met around the time I had started at 405.
Okay, yeah. 405. Some of the other folks that we met are meeting still at Lazy Circle. We're at Black Mesa, then they went to Lazy Circle. And you was working at 405 Brewery.
Yeah, and there's that group of regulars from Black Mesa, and when Black Mesa shut down, they all migrated to Lazy. And that's where I always hung out anyway, so that's where I got to know all of them.
Okay. So
they had all just came in. I'm like, who are all these new people? And, man, they're cool. They're really nice. Yes. And I started sitting at their table.
Yes. Karen and I, we've been going there, and we kind of stumbled into meeting the regulars that would come from Black Mesa to Lazy Circle around 4 to 4:30 on Tuesdays, and we got to making it a little clique that would go there every week, and now we have a kind of a charcuterie and sit around 10, 12 people and have our refreshments and our
check in on each other,
catch up
sure
on
everybody's A-okay.
And it's really cool. That's where we met Jacob and Mariah. And it's really cool that Karen and I'm in nearly 70, Karen's 60 plus. There's one other couple, 70 and nearly 70. Then it goes down to as little or as young as in the 20s.
Yeah.
And I think you're 38.
38, yeah.
38, and you're
35.
35, so it's pretty cool that
Yeah,
the
we've
whole
got some
range
that are
of,
like 23. Because how old is Chase?
Oh,
He's
yeah.
a puppy.
Mid-20s, something like that, yeah.
So it goes there, and then we have the next level, and then we've got some in their 40s, and then there's every once in a while some in their 50s. So we've got how many generations is that, guys?
Yeah,
Help
every
me out here.
generation.
So
That's something special about that place. That just brings a lot of folks together.
We know the owners really well. It's like they're calling it the second shift owners. The first shift, for their own reasons, decided to back out of the company, and they sold it and got some new ownership, and they call it the second shift group. And we know all of them. We really enjoy their company. And Jacob, we got to visiting with him, kind of did a little research on him. I knew he did some singing. I knew he wrote some songs. Here this past October, went first camping trip with
we did an episode on the camping
I think we
trip.
had like 20 to 25 people on the camping trip. Most of them was affiliated with Lazy Circles. We had a grand time down there. Jacob got to meet my daughter Misty, which she's a hoot.
Yeah, I liked Misty.
Anyway, Jacob, I want you to kind of back up and kind of tell me about your where'd you grow up?
So I grew up in Muskogee, Oklahoma, out on the east part of the state. A little different out there, a little more scenery.
Yeah, yes, and that just Muskogee's just straight south of Tulsa, about 80 miles or something like that.
It's about 45 miles southeast.
Southeast. Okay. Where'd you go? You went to high school there?
Yeah, I went to, I didn't go to Muskogee High. I went to one just south of town called Hilldale, so it was much smaller than Muskogee High.
Okay. You'd run around Muskogee quite a bit.
Yeah, quite a bit.
Yeah.
We lived just south of city limits, but I mean just south. I mean we were basically in town.
Okay. So did you go to college or anything?
I went to OCCC for a little while and started getting into like management leadership positions and started making more money than I felt like I was gonna make if I just kept going to college. I don't know. So I quit that, and before too long, making beer found me, and I've been doing that for quite a while now.
Right. You worked at Big Brewing in 405.
I did. So I was one of the very first employees at Big. I helped open that place up.
Okay.
Yep, I worked there. I was a taproom manager for a number of years. I made beer there for a number of years. That's a great spot. I love it there, and I love those people.
Yeah, and it's on the middle of Main Street in Norman on the south side, on the east side of the tracks, correct?
Yep, correct.
Yeah, and it's got a good variety of beer. Mm-hmm. Then you worked at 405 after that?
Yeah, I was at 405. They, Trey and Jonathan made me a real attractive offer to come make their beer, and you know, I was there till just about the time they had to close the doors.
Right.
Yeah. So that's one of the things that's happened into the craft or microbreweries is some of them just it's just tough with the COVID trying to fight through the COVID and then just trying to make it as a craft brewery. So there's not as many as there are around, but the ones that are still around, we really enjoy going to them. And right now you're working at Anthem. Is that correct?
Yep, I'm at Anthem Brewing Company, and couldn't be happier with it. I really like them.
You was kind of in a lull there for a little bit when 405 shut down, and me and Kara could kind of tell that you was getting down, and we just kept telling him, keep your head up, it'll work out. Mm-hmm. And I can remember the day, I think it was that we were at Big. Mm-hmm. We walked into Big, and we could see Jacob's eyes being big as silver dollars, and they lit up.
Sparkle back.
I knew as soon as I saw him, he got the job.
Yeah. Well, you guys were really like kind of my biggest cheerleaders through that lull. That was tough, that time between 405 and Anthem. But you guys were the ones. Every time I saw you, you kept giving me like positive stuff, and it was good. It meant a lot to me. So as soon as you can't have that beer, kitty. As soon as I signed on that dotted line, you guys were the first ones I was excited to talk to about it. Come here, kitty.
we got a cat.
Johnny decided to join the conversation.
Yeah,
I think our cat likes beer.
Yeah. So you've been at Anthem month or so anyway, and
yep, just about a month
getting
now.
your feet on the ground and figuring out your role in that. Mm-hmm. Well, that's good for you. And when did you actually start the music, playing the guitar and singing and writing?
So I mean, I had been doing that off and on since I was a teenager. In my early 20s, I was with a band that went on tour for a while, and that was a lot of fun. But I came back and just started working jobs, and making money that way, and just kind of fell out of it for quite a while. And then earlier this year, I decided it was time to get back in it. I had the equipment, I had the songs, I had everything. I was like, I've got a little bit of time. I need to start playing some music again and start singing for people again.
Yeah.
And so I've really been enjoying this kind of second go round with it a lot.
Okay, now you've played, call them gigs or places around Norman. Can you kind of tell me some of the places you have played?
Sure. So I've played at 405 a number of times before they closed. I was fortunate enough that on their final day, their final goodbye party, that I got to play there with. I got to do a whole set of my own, and then there were 2 other acts that were involved with 405 that also got to play, and then we all came together and did a song. And, our good friend Cora happened to be in the crowd and had just talked the night before, me and the other musicians that day, that we wanted to do this song. We didn't practice it or anything. We were just like, you know that one? Like, yeah, I know that one. Okay, let's play it. We get up there, and I was like, who's singing this? And everybody looks around, and we're like, oh, I don't know. We didn't think that part through. Well, I knew Cora knew the song, and I was like, hey, Cora, you want some free beer? Come up here and sing with us for a few minutes. And she's such a professional. I mean, without missing a beat, she's up there, and she hits it. She just killed it.
She nailed it.
Yep.
Awesome. So you played at 405?
Yep, I've played at Legally Brewed a few times. I'll be back there next month. I've played at Big a few times. I'll be back there next month. And Lazy Circles a few times.
Have you had an opportunity to do any of the Norman Music Festival?
I did this most recent one, the one in April of this year. I got to play Norman Music Fest.
Okay.
And that was a blast.
Was that you solo or was
Yeah, I was just solo on that one, and man, it was a lot of fun.
Will you do it this year or?
I hope so. I've got somewhat of an application with the stage behind Big. They haven't started finalizing anything yet. Cora and I are putting something together for that, so her and I are going to do a thing together. I'm not sure what we're going to be called, but we're gonna do that.
Awesome. That is outstanding. Well, anyway, that's like I said. Karen and I met Jacob and Mariah at Lazy Circles, and we've been friends ever since. I reached out to Jacob and asked if he wanted to do a podcast. He said, "Oh heck yeah, that'd be fun." And we got Mariah here. Also, she said that she didn't want to talk very much, but all you got to do is answer questions.
Okay, I can answer questions.
Mariah is right now is Jacob and Mariah are friends.
Dating.
Dating.
They're dating.
I don't even know what the term would be that you'd call it. So, can you tell me where you grew up, Mariah?
Mine is a much more complicated story than his. So my parents both worked for the Department of Defense, so we moved around a lot. But I, very young, was in Germany, was born in Kentucky, moved to Germany, then moved back to Kentucky. From like 5th grade through college, I was in Georgia, and that's where my parents still are. And then I, after graduating from college, went to South Carolina to teach in Charleston, hence the line in the song about being from Charleston.
Got it now.
And when I finished my master's in education in Charleston, I started looking for a job and found the University of Oklahoma and moved out here for the job. Didn't know anyone in Oklahoma, hadn't stepped foot in Oklahoma before.
Oh, my.
Wow.
Moved out here and happened to work with one of the now owners of Lazy Circles. And she, very early in me working at the university, gave me a gift card to Lazy Circles. She was like, come with me to spend your gift card. I did, and I met all of these lovely people. So pretty much everyone I know in Oklahoma, I know through Lazy Circles.
Well, it's a great place to, like I said, to have a really good beers and sit down and the really solid folks that go there. See, that's a whole different range of people. But one thing that we all have in common at this place is drinking some good craft beer. We like beer. Tell me about the Germany. Whereabouts in Germany were you?
So we were in Nuremberg. And my dad taught for a high school on base in Germany, and my mom worked for the Department of Defense as well. But we moved back when I was maybe 4.
Okay.
And so I don't remember much about Germany at all.
Okay, so you was way young. Was your parents worked for the Department of Defense? Were they in the military or contracted?
They were not. They were civilians.
Civilian contracting in. Okay. Then you came back and got your degree in Carolinas. And you're still furthering your education at OU, aren't you?
I am. I am in the final stages of my dissertation for my PhD in math and science education.
Congratulations.
Oh
So
my gosh,
very
yes.
soon I will be Dr. Warren.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Well, so
Watch
have to-
out there,
when we have
Jacob.
you on again, we'll call you Dr. Warren.
I
then.
love it.
That is so cool. We've been talking to you just a little bit in the last month or so, and you were pursuing either a job or a upgrade. Can you tell us about what that entailed?
Absolutely. So I moved to Oklahoma to work for a Gear Up grant, which is a federal college and career readiness grant. So we work with low-income communities to help students and families understand what their options after high school are, what pathways they can use to get to college or to their career, and what financial options they have to support them in that process. So I worked as a math and science curriculum specialist, so I worked with math and science teachers in how to implement really effective teaching in their classroom and things that engage students, things like that. And then I moved into being the professional development coordinator, so I got to work with all teachers and develop really fun activities. Like one we have is called the Game to Prepare for Life, where students go through a kind of career fair looking setup and they build a monthly budget, such as their health insurance. And there's a chance wheel that random things happen, like you may have to buy a wedding gift for someone. And so they have to manage this budget based on what career they picked. And I just, on the same day Jacob got his job at Anthem, I got a promotion to project director of that Gear Up grant. And so I am now director of a federal college and career readiness grant.
Yay! Well, good for you. That's outstanding. And I've preached for years, and I didn't even know they had it at the college level. It's real life situations, budget finance. A lot of the kids, young adults, even married young adults, have no idea of budget finance. And that's what you're working on.
Absolutely.
I'm 100% for that curriculum. I hope it continues, and they got a good person in the position that does that now.
I agree.
Awesome. Tell us what you do when you travel from school to school.
Yeah, so when I was working with schools more actively, I was traveling out to Lawton and El Reno and Guthrie and some others around the state, but those were kind of my farthest. And I was working with all the teachers there. Now, when we started working with these students, they were in 6th and 7th grade. They're now freshmen and sophomores in college. So we're doing a lot more going to colleges and working with them at like OCCC and Rose State and Cameron and OSU and OU, working on like how to succeed in college. You know, that first year in college is really difficult for most students. It's a complete shift to what they experienced in high school. So we go and we work with them and we feed them because they also need food their freshman year. And then I also get the joy of working with a state grant that we have called the Oklahoma Educational Technology Trust, to where we take technology to schools and then we do professional development for the teachers on how to use that technology and that really engaging instruction with technology. So this year I'm working a lot with Fort Gibson Early Learning Center and Ethel Reed Elementary in Holdenville. But I also am going out to Perkins to do a PD in January, and then I'm going to Maud to do a PD about instructional strategies. And so
Awesome.
So cool.
Very excited.
Yeah,
I love
that
it.
is. Yeah, I love that line of thinking for the universities approaching the younger generations and helping them develop their adult skills, not just learning English or math or something. They're learning adult skills that take them through the rest of their life. And I admire you for that, and congratulations for getting the promotion.
Definitely.
Thank you so
Proud
much.
of you both.
Yeah, Kara hadn't said much. She usually got a
been
lot
listening.
to say. You got anything to say, Kara?
I'm just so proud of them. I'm so glad they came over to talk about themselves and what they do. And just, we both knew that they were already amazing human beings, but getting to learn more about their backgrounds, just, you know me, I'm just a proud mama.
Yeah, she's a proud mama.
All my
and,
babies.
And Kara and I, we're both retired now. We've been married, we've been divorced, we were remarried, this is our last marriage. At least I hope so.
Well, yeah. You're stuck with me, dude. Sorry.
Anyway, we enjoy dealing with the younger folks, and if they have issues or something like that, we're able to talk to them and say, this is probably what's going to happen. And just, we both got PhDs in life. And,
That's for damn sure.
But anyway, I wanted to throw in a little shout out. Melissa Kara's sister, she's a PhD in Wichita. Tell them about what she does. It's not too awful far removed from
What she was doing prior, or I mean, she has a program that she's worked on for years and years, but hers is she's a physical therapist, but she's got her master's and her PhD in special ed. But right now she's running the Wichita State PT department. Where she was before in North Carolina was she ran a school from birth to death. And so her main focus has always been children, but this school actually was there to facilitate special need human beings from the time they were still at home or until they came and lived on campus when they needed to. And so did that for years. She's an OGU graduate. My brother-in-law's a special ed teacher outside of Kingman, Kansas. The boys are both graduates of OU. So
yeah, and Miss Dr. Sheldon, Melissa, I call her Melissa. She like a PhD, and she's written 2 or 3 books. She has the training nationwide and actually worldwide.
She's been to Australia. She's been to Nova Scotia. She's been all over the world training on. She was one of the writers. There were 4 of them that wrote the, I'm going to get it wrong. I always want to call it the Sooner program, but it's not Head Start. It's early learning, PT and all that, where they teach the parents how to do the PT at home for these kids if they've been injured, if they've been whatever it is. But then
how
she
to deal
goes,
with special needs. And
yes, trains. It's a certain program, and I apologize, sis, that I'm not remembering the name of it. That's why you have the brains and
deals with autistic children, and they used to call it Asperger's, but I think they changed the name, the Asperger's syndrome or symptoms.
Autism, all of it. But she's done it all. That program she teaches, and now that it's been so many years that it's been developed, she's bought the program that she and her partner that went and spoke about it all. She bought his half out, and so she just goes and speaks alone now. And so Dathan was just tired of messing with it, ready to retire. She's still kicking it and still travels and does PD, basically,
That's
what you do
Yeah.
to update it. But she's had an opportunity to travel with it and has loved it. I mean, she's been all over Canada, but I think Australia was so.
Appreciate Jacob and Mariah coming here, taking time out of the day. I guess you guys went camping last night.
Were you 2 nights?
Lake Arbuck at Buckhorn site.
Had to make sure they were taking care
Loop
of it.
C. Was you in Loop C?
We was in Loop C.
59.
We were in 59. No.
59C, baby.
That's the primo viewing area there, and it's usually wind blocked, and they said they had a great time. Anyway, thanks for coming here and spending a few moments with us, and good luck with your PhD programs, and good luck with your beer brewing and
Music making.
music making and
thank
singing and songwriting. I thank you guys for coming.
Yeah, thanks for
appreciate it.
having us. This has been a lot of fun.
Good deal.
Thanks for the beer.
We'll have to do it again.
Yeah.
Okay, see you folks. If anybody likes this, share it with your friends, and if you want to podcast sometime, just reach out to me. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.